What's good, everybody? Welcome to Kaz's Corner Producer Series Facebook Live. Hey, listen, it's been great. We're bringing back Danielle Vasser by popular demand. Hey, you wanted it, so I'm giving it to you. And we're going to talk about her music. We're going to play a couple songs from her. And we're going to get into her head and talk about her music and what she got coming up. Hey, we're giving the ladies love tonight. This is all about the ladies in music production. So stand by, have a seat, and let's get started. Welcome. My name is Cazlamar. If you don't know me, I've been doing this thing for a long time, and I'm happy to be getting into this part of it. You know, I get to give flowers to my friends, and it's pretty awesome. You know, it's pretty awesome to bring people on that you admire and talk about. Danielle Vasser, she's going to be up first, and I'm looking forward to talking to her. She's been here before. She's kind of a Kaz's Corner Producer Series veteran. And I want to just take a moment to shout out to all my Kaz's Corner Producer Series people. You're really supportive in everything that we do. And I love that about you. I think that when we post things in there, we communicate. You get back to me, I get back to you. That's a wonderful thing. And I appreciate that. I really do. The one thing that I like about Kaz's Corner Producer Series, it's a small group, but it's starting to grow. It really is. And I wanted to kind of keep it small, but the interest is growing. So it's kind of hard for me to keep it small. So I'm kind of sort of opting on the side of letting it grow. So that's what I'm going to do. Hey, I don't want to talk too long. I want to get Danny Vasser in here. But before I do that, I want to show you something. This is something that, when I first put this together, I thought to myself, wow, this is going to be really, really nice. This is going to be really, really nice. So, hey, check this out before we get started. Yeah. When I first did that, it made me think, like, how dope is this going to be? I'm looking forward to having a conversation with these ladies. The first lady we're going to bring up is going to be Danielle Vasser. Danielle has been here before. I call her Danny Girl. She's one half of a production team, and I love both of them. Danny Guy and Danny Girl, that's what I call them. But she's from Pittsburgh. She was born and raised here, actually. And Danny has been a singer for a long time. She's been singing since she was like 12 years old. So she continued to sing and attending Pittsburgh's Creative and Performing High School. That's where I met her, and she earned her degree from Duquesne University School of Music. Danny digs up inspiration, intertwining R&B, soul, hip-hop, Latin, country in her music. She's worked with many talented producers. Rex Rideout, if you remember, I'll Be Sure. And those, he worked with a lot of people. She worked with me, Chance Howard, who also attended Kappa. And shout out to all my Kappa people that are watching. We love you. Danny Vasser sang background vocals for so many different legendary people, including Smokey Robinson. She's worked with so many producers, Jay Biggs, the Mideast Bomb Squad. So, she also joined forces with Danny Mercado to form Vasser Mercado Entertainment, a music production company. I'm going to bring my girl in here. Danny, are you there?
Hey, Kaz, how are you?
Yeah, Danny girl, how you doing?
What's up?
We had this big build up coming to this thing, with with the whole dramatic thing, and then here we are. We finally made it. How you feel today?
I feel awesome. This is so exciting.
Yeah.
I get to come back on with you. I'm so excited.
Yeah, that's dope because actually you were here before, and people kept asking me like, where's the Danny video? Where's the Danny video? And I said, oh man, I gotta bring her back on. People were really asking for you, so that's a good thing. Hey, I want to start off by asking you a couple quick questions, right? The first question I have for you that I didn't get to ask you last time: at what point did you know music was for you? What was the moment that you knew it was for you?
Wow, that's a good question. Well, music was always in the house. My mom always had the record player going, and maybe I'm telling my age right there, but the record player was always going on in the house. When would I say start producing, or just music in general?
Just like, what made you realize I'm going to do music?
It might have been one of my solos in junior high school at Starrett Classical Academy, and it just gives you a great feeling when you appreciate it, when you do a good job. It just gives you this confidence and energy, and it's like, oh, I want to do this again, and the praises help you kind of form where you want to go with it.
Yeah, I think I can understand where you're coming from. I think for me, it was that solo in our last performance at Kappa when we did our.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, that's it. I'm doing this forever. I get that.
I remember that solo.
Get dating ourselves again. Hey, so talk about your education a little bit. I know we both went to Duquesne University. We went to Kappa together. Talk a little bit about Kappa, because I'm sure there are going to be a lot of Kappa people. Hey, shout out to Kappa, because they're going to be in the house. And, you got a lot of Kappa people that look up to you. What was that experience like going to Kappa, the Creative Performing Arts High School here?
I met so many wonderful people. Shout out to everybody.
Yeah.
Hey, Kappa High.
Yeah, Kappa.
Alumni. Kappa. And this week, there was on Facebook, a lot of what do you call it? A lot of conversations with a lot of Kappa people this week on my feed. But working with having great teachers like Mr. Garrick, and a great principal like Dr. Clark, and all the people before us. I remember Shelley and Gail Chalmers, and great people that we worked with and played with. George Russell.
Yeah.
George might be on here today.
Yeah.
But it was a great feeling. It gave us confidence. It boosted us, put us out there to perform and get better. So it was a great experience.
Now I want to ask you something else along those lines of Kappa, because one of the things that I'm trying to do is trying to really convince young people to play instruments. That's been my thing. That's been my battle cry. I don't mind the technology, but what instruments did for us. Remember all the piano labs, and we were taking string instruments. We even did horns. Remember that? We did eurythmics. Yeah, we learned so much about music, right? And now with technology, it's like there's not enough information about music, and people are able to do it so easily. So why don't you talk about what that did for you in terms of helping you develop, in terms of having all those classes and all those things that were surrounded around music at Kappa?
Well, can I first say that eurythmics was my scariest class I had to go to?
Mr. Knapp was a trip, wasn't he?
I love Mr. Knapp, and he was gorgeous. It was nice class, but those rhythms killed me, man. But oh goodness, how did it prepare?
Yeah. How do all that learning the instruments? Remember the piano lab and all the different classes we took that gave us a really good foundation of music. How did that help you in terms of helping you become the artist that you are now and the producer that you are now?
Wow, that's a hard question, man. Because there's so many different experiences that also my favorite class was theory. So music theory and orchestration, and again in college, those were my favorite classes. Piano.
Right. So explain to people what theory is. Theory just kind of basically, there is a theory to music. There's a process to it. And if you know it, it's like kind of a shortcut, the secret to music, right?
Yes.
Scales and things like that. So I just want to make sure that everybody out there understands that. But continue. Go ahead.
Yeah, and theory and those things, maybe it was because I can visually see it and I was able to put things together and, put the chording together. Seeing it on paper was like very, very easy for me.
Right.
Solfege in another instance was not so easy. That's something you have to listen to and you have to transcribe it on your sheet music. Someone would tap a rhythm or play a melody and you would have to put it down on your music paper. That was a little bit more difficult. But theory and orchestration.
Yes,
those are things I could visually see, and then I could play it. So that was easier for me. Good.
That's wonderful. Now let's move on. After you graduated, and as a matter of fact, we were talking about the little guitar solo I did. I think I had a 5-part harmony. We were doing a cameo song. I had you, Nada, Shardina,
Kale.
Oh my goodness, yes. That's why I had to think about that. You were actually in that. Let's talk about moving from Kappa and into Duquesne University, because you and I both attended Duquesne University together. And actually, that's when I first started to work with you. Was around that time we went to Duquesne University. That you were the first person that I ever produced ever. So talk about that.
I thought we were in high school still. We were still in high school, weren't we?
Could be.
When we were on Robinson Street?
No, Robinson Street was college. It was definitely post-college. That was definitely post-college. I was living on the north side. And we came up and you recorded that Lover Baby. That's the first song that you ever recorded from. Yes. Yeah, you remember that.
That was a good song, though. That was good.
Yeah. So let's talk about that. So we were kind of working. I had that little 4-track studio thing together, and what I try to explain to people that don't understand this type of thing, because this sounds archaic to people, to the way that we used to have to do music. We used to have to actually know what we were doing, and what I'm saying by that is, like, when you sang, you had to sing the hook repeatedly. There was no copy and paste back then.
Correct. Yes.
You had to stack those vocals each time. You had to do each one of your vocals all the way through for your background, all the way through the whole song, track by track by track by track. And it's the same with the instrumentation. Most young people wouldn't know anything about that. So I would imagine that would have probably helped you develop in some of your producing skills that even you're using now. Would you say that? Could you say that?
Yes. Can I give props to the people that really got me into music production?
Please.
Okay. So I definitely have to thank my mom and dad and my brother Jim, who helped me get my first 8-track and my first microphone.
Okay.
And then I have to thank you, because you got me all engaged in writing and seeing what you were doing. I got so excited. I was like, oh, I want to do this too.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that excited me. And then there was Chaz Carter, and he got me signed to Zanzibar in Swissvale.
I remember that. I remember we did Want to Make You Mine out there. I remember doing that at Zanzibar Records in Swissvale, right?
Yes, Swissvale.
Keep going.
And then, Chucky Carter, and he used to take me to New York. Every chance he got, he would take me somewhere, and I would work. That's where I worked with Benny Stoudemire. Remember Benny?
You ain't the funkiest bass player ever in the world. The funkiest person in the world.
So watching Benny, put his stuff together, and then Tony Nicholas, I can't forget Tony. Tony helped me upgrade my equipment, and he was like, "Well, you need this, you need that." So
he did that for both of us. Actually, he did that for both of us.
Yeah, so I got to give props to Tone.
Yeah.
But Kaz, just watching you and see you put all the energy and work into what we were doing, it really inspired me to want to do that as well.
That's great. That is some good stuff right there. And the thing about it is, when you talk about knowing your way around the studio, at first, like, you come in and one of the things I talk about with women in production, actually, women never really got the credit that they deserve because a lot of the stuff that I did, Danny, even back in the day, you know, I give you so much credit for helping me develop as a producer because your input was so legendary for me. Like everything that we did was so massive in terms of like, even though we didn't like put anything out in the industry, but it was like anybody around where we were at that heard the music knew that we had something special and that you were talented and a beautiful singer and we had a chemistry together. So I was happy. The same way I helped you, you helped me in the same way. Let's move on. Let's talk about moving from Duquesne University after you graduated. What did you do post Duquesne University to increase your I guess you're in the music business? How did you expand yourself in the music business after Duquesne?
Okay. So after Duquesne, so can I start a little bit back?
Sure.
So I was going to Duquesne University as a pre-med major.
Wow.
They kind of weaved me out of there, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to do my music. They put me in classes I shouldn't have been in class, like General Bio 2 before I got to General Bio 1. So they it was anyway. That's a little crazy, but then I went into the School of Music. I auditioned. I got into the School of Music. After that, I went 3 years, and then I got a record contract for a European country. So I quit school for, I think, 2 years. I did the song for people in New York. We did it in New York, but they were based out of, I think, Berlin.
Okay.
I didn't follow through with that contract, but the song was released, but I didn't follow through with the contract. So Then I started working a little bit. Then I got in a couple bands. I did Rhonda and the Arrivals, which was a rock band. What else? Stole Students with Potato Pie.
Yeah. See, now you're talking. Yes. Keep going.
A group called Divine with Robin Wright and Nigel Moore. Nigel was an alumni of Kappa.
Just so you know, we got one of those pictures floating up there with you, Naja. Yes.
And Robin.
Yes, and Robin, yes.
That's when we worked with Rex Rideout and Phil Temple, who you introduced me to them?
Yeah.
Or you introduced me to Phil or something like that. And then we did that. And then there was Fresh when I was in high school. Remember Fresh?
Yes. Yeah. Well, Stan, Dwayne.
Dwayne.
Oh, yeah.
Terry, all those guys. Let's see. And then after
R.I.P. to Terry too, man. That was a beautiful dude.
Oh, Terry Christian.
Yes, that was a beautiful dude.
I love Terry Christian.
Yeah, so let's talk about some of those bands because, a lot of the ladies that I put on here, a lot of the people that I put on here, I know Kia Star was on here and I love working with ladies that actually was in the band environment. You know what I mean? When you're in that, and see, I think that's another thing when you're playing in the band, it's totally different from being in the studio. Would you agree?
Oh, yeah.
That live thing, anything can go wrong. Like pretty much like this live thing here. So we're okay for right now, but we don't know. But talk about that. You played in so many different bands. Wayne, you remember Wayne? Wayne played in a lot of bands with you. Talk about that a little bit.
Wayne came into, I think I sang with Wayne back in the day too. Like Wayne would come in and sing with Shades sometimes. A group called Shades was a contemporary jazz group that I sang in.
Yeah.
But Wayne, I've known Wayne, it seems like forever. Wayne, I love Wayne's voice.
Okay, cool.
He came on the later side, right before I left Soul Stew and Sweet Potato Pie. I guess we were House of Soul by that time.
Okay. So here's what I want to do. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to play Danny's Sweet Love. This is from one of her projects. You can go to www.dannyvasser.org to just check out her music. Ladies and gentlemen, Danny Vasser.
Stop thinking about it. So good. sexy how you talk to me. Tell me what you want, what you gonna do to me. You make a sister weak in the knees. I think I'm falling. The way you work that body, you got me being naughty. Can't stop thinking about it. So
I'm in tune with your body, I know every corner, every inch of it, oh so intricate. Sensual, sexual, very intimate. Tell you things in your ear and start to bite and then I nibble. Cause up in this bedroom, we don't gotta act civil. I just wanna grab you, touch you, and taste you. Matter of fact, hit you from the back, but I'ma face you. Look up in the mirror, she love the way I'm in her. Whisper in the ear that I'ma eat it up like dinner. You know that I'm a winner, and we gon' win together. As long as you committed, then we always win forever. You know you like the way that I put it on. And every time we rock, we do it all night long. Multiple orgasms when we banging in. I'm only here to give you something genuine. You know, yeah.
I know I got sweet love. The kind of love you hold on to so tight. You're the only one I'm thinking of. I need a lover I can be myself. I don't need nobody.
It's kinda crazy.
Cause you give me that sweet love.
So that's sweet love, right?
Yes, sweet love. Yes, yes. Let me ask you a question. What do you do? What is the first thing you do? Well, let me ask you this. When someone gives you a track or you create a track, what's the first thing you connect to in the track that helps you start getting the vocals together?
Wow. Oh, let's see. And it varies. Each song would vary. So if I can sing a melody to it right away, that would be probably first what I would do in most songs. Is figure out a melody. And a lot of times I pass on so many tracks that I do myself. It's like, and just because I can't find a hook.
Yeah.
You know, or an idea, or sometimes I get a hook and then I can't write the verses. It's like, that's the worst, you know? And I do that a lot. It's like, I'll get a really, I think it's a hot hook. And then the verse is just, I can't. But, then you keep working on it, or you might come back next week and it's like, okay, I got it now. So again, it varies what you would do with each song.
Yeah, you might not know this, but everything we've ever worked on together, like even our notes, I still have. So, the process has always been important to me. So I can go off of how we work together, and I would say a lot of times I'd have a track, and I'd have an idea of what the lyrics might be, and then you would come in, man, and just add and add and add, and then just make it so that it sounds so professional. And even though we were working on a 4-track at the time, you made it sound so professional. So I love work. I love working with you because you were always great at doing that. Now, one of the things I want to talk about with you as well is like when you're in the studio environment and you're working with different people, and you're mostly in a male-dominated environment. Is that correct?
Correct. Yes.
So how do you create your niche in that male-dominated environment? I mean, I know a lot of them bring you there for the vocals, but How do you get their attention when you start saying, "Hey, bring that down a little bit. I like to, I like to do this," and you start putting your ideas in it. How does that work out for you?
I really never had a problem, or a problem voicing my opinion or suggestions.
Lord, do I know. Keep going.
Because I feel confident in what I'm doing. I guess it comes, with time and experience. You say what you mean. I mean what you say, and usually people take it. Like my partner, who's my husband now. When I first met Danny, we went in the studio and we just started vibing and writing right away. And he would never say, "Oh no, that doesn't work," or really none of the males that I've worked with had a problem with me, giving my opinion or suggestions.
Okay. Well, I love to hear that because, and the thing about it is I've never, I don't think ever since the first day we worked together, I was so impressed with your ability to put things together that I never would question, what you would say or do because you were that good at once you get the vibe of the music. So, no. I mean, we don't blow smoke up each other's behind. We just tell the truth. Hey, I want to play another one of your songs real quick. I just want to play a snippet of either You Want Me or Dirty Minds. Which one you want?
Let's put Dirty Minds since that's ours.
Okay, I will do that. Stand by. I'm going to come right back to you, okay?
Okay.
Scene one, video is red to run. Sexy scene, you and me, baby action. Set it up, walk through the door. Gonna lay you down on the bed, maybe on the floor. Close your eyes, let me lead. Blindfold, black light, no need for you to see. I got it all under control. Now you just do what you're told. Dirty midnight. Oh, you got my dirty mind working overtime. You're so fine. Oh my, you got my dirty mind working overtime. Dirty midnight. Oh, you got my dirty mind working overtime. You're so fine. Oh my, you got my dirty mind working overtime. Scene 2, Park Avenue, between 91 and 92. Let's take a ride downtown in the backseat of a yellow ride. Let the driver watch me do all the naughty things with my man. Somebody's watching and I don't give a damn. It's kind of sexy, public style. Somebody's watching me drive you. Dirty midnight. Oh, you got my dirty
I'm listening.
The track you gave me, I think a CD at the time with multiple tracks on it, and that one stood out, and it was sexy, and just had to write to it. And then if you get to the bridge, it had the Jodeci type of melody that we used.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
So.
Yeah, Danny. Look, I wanna get Shauna on here, but I want to thank you for being so fun and being so willing to come on and talk to me. You know, hey, listen, I want to give you flowers while you're here because I love and appreciate what you do. I'm looking forward to us actually getting some work done and doing some other stuff. So I know you're working on new projects. So what do you have coming up in terms of your projects coming up?
Love Is should be coming out, I'm going to say in a month or so, a song called Love Is. And then we're going to have another song like a month later or so. And then I'll put the album out.
Okay.
So keep your eyes open for that.
And do not forget to go back in the comments and leave your link for your for where people can purchase your music, okay?
Will do.
Hey, Danny, you're awesome. Love you. You take care of yourself, and we will talk soon. Hopefully, we might do a little summary. We'll see what happens, okay? We're going to have to see how Shauna feels.
Okay, sounds like a plan. Thank you so much for having me again.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
Thank you for my flowers.
You're welcome. You deserved them.
Thank you. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Danny Vasser.